All right, hey honey buns, welcome back to the channel. If it's your first time here ever, welcome for the first time. I'm Meela Vanderbuilt, and today we are doing Second Life 101 things. So it's been a super long time since I've done like a Second Life tutorial. We used to do these every Wednesday at this time, but it's been a while. So tonight I'm really excited. I'm going to be diving into how to take photos in Second Life, all my tips and tricks to how to make a really high definition photo in Second Life. I don't like to edit, so I like to take the most HD photo as possible. So we're gonna go over all of that. I also asked you guys what questions you may have over on Twitter and Instagram, so I'm gonna answer all of those today and show you how to do all of the things. I am gonna be using Black Dragon primarily, but I do also have a Firestorm viewer open. I don't know much about Firestorm. It's not even updated, to be honest, but I'm gonna try. Anyway, if you are here, let's start off with our hellos. Say hi in chat so I can say hey to you. And I should put a headset on so I make sure we're not messing up. But let me see. I see. Wait, I saw some early crew. Let me go to my other browser where I saw early crew. Cheryl, M31, Jules, Manga. Y'all know me in this word. Manga, Popular, Leisha, Colleen, Cam, Carrie, Yams, Maria, Freya. Did I get everyone? Sebastian, Robants, Carmen. Yes. All right, there we go. It's been a while since we have been live on a Tuesday or a Wednesday. What day is it? Sheesh. I have a feeling that my air conditioner is not working because I'm a little hot. And I'm not prepared to have that issue again. But how are you guys? It is 79 degrees in my apartment. Let's fix this little, hey Kara. All right, I'm gonna open up my Firestorm viewer too. Again, my Firestorm viewer is not updated. I know it's updated and it's better for photos now, but I work out of Black Dragon. I use Black Dragon as my primary viewer. It is my favorite to take photos and videos in. That's why I started using it. So that's where I'm gonna be doing most of this video. I'm going to reference Firestorm when it comes to where things are as opposed to like Black Dragon. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna log Mahira in. Can y'all hear the music? Are we having a party? Let me turn it up a little bit. I thought my mic was off that whole time. I was going to be so mad. Perfect timing for a weeknight. Hey, Winter. Hey, Princess Zelda. Whew. Yes, if you are able to log in and kind of follow along, I think that'll be super useful for you. Let's tap over. Am I dressed? Yeah. All right, let's tab over. Am I doing videos today? What do you mean? Oh no, I'm just doing photos today. I decided to separate it because as I was getting some questions, I was like, I think there's a lot more to cover than I originally thought. So I'm gonna focus on photos today. We'll do a separate one, how to take videos. Hey Lauren. Real quick before we dive in, a fit check. I'm wearing Yala and Wasabi hair from Access. And can we talk about the shoes though? These are neutral tones. I am so obsessed with them. Like I die. And I'm wearing toenails by Tantrum. We had to do a quick fit check. I'm gonna go head over to like the Vanderbilt area because that's where I want to take my picture. So I'm just gonna use that as kind of our backdrop today. And a couple of things. If you find something super useful from this video, under the video, I think, do you have the option to clip? Let's see real quick. Can we clip live? You can't clip live, can you? Okay, if you watch after, you see, oh wait, you can clip live. So if something is super useful during this video, if you could go ahead and clip it and drop it in Discord. What I'm trying to do is from some of these longer videos, take moments that are just really helpful and create really quick YouTube shorts, Instagram reels, all of that. So you guys can really quickly reference stuff. So if you have a moment that's useful, just clip it. It'll give you like a URL, drop that in Discord or just save them and DM them to me, whatever you need. It's not a meetup stream. Hey, young opponent. But I mean, if you're around, feel free to. If you get in the way or if you're naked, I'm gonna derender you. All right, so let's start off. So usually what I like to do is go somewhere cute. I'm gonna make a post today for the Vanderbilt here. We have new positions open. I've started decorating upstairs. So I kind of want to promote the space a little bit. I'm not gonna go inside. Well, I might go inside at some point, but like I'm working on this. I finally did a bathroom in here, y'all. So like, be proud of me. But I want to take a photo right in front of this, and because it's my last name. So the first thing I always do when I'm taking a picture, let's talk about Windlights first. A lot of you guys asked me all about Windlights. In Black Dragon, you have options to configure your buttons at the top. Y'all see my list just go crazy? I put my sky editor right on my top toolbar because I use it so often. In Firestorm, Alt P, like Alt and the P key brings up your Windlight settings. I'm gonna be focusing on Black Dragon, but it's kind of similar in Firestorm. You can upload your own Windlights and what have you in there. I'm gonna actually go ahead and get you the link to the Windlights. I'm gonna show you right now. I'm just gonna link them for you because, hold on. So you can see which ones I'm using. Windlights make a huge difference. I personally have never liked the Windlights that just come with the viewer. There are some cute ones you can use, but I think if you're trying to really elevate your photos, you gotta get different Windlights. That's like step one, is just to get better Windlights. I used to use the Satomi Windlights by Fox City, but right now I'm using the Swain Windlights. So here's the marketplace link if you want to get those. I'm using Swain Chocolate Series. I'm gonna also show you, why is my, ignore that link. I don't know why my marketplace is not in English. Here, Windlights. Hey Thana, hey Lauren. Yeah, so I'm gonna show you how to upload them here. These are the ones that are my favorite. I think they make everything look super realistic. I'm obsessed. But yeah, Firestorm you can upload. I don't know how to upload in Firestorm, to be honest. I'll try to look over there before I move on from this moment, but I cannot remember how to upload. I think in Firestorm, I don't know. I have no idea. Black Dragon though, just open your Sky editor. There is an import button right here, and you could just import all your Windlights. I'm also on an older version of Black Dragon, but even in the new one, you could import from here. So it's this button right here. Is my mouse not showing? Let me get my mouse to show really quick. I lied. I don't know how to get my mouse to show. Hey CC. So yeah, Firestorm, I'm not sure. It's Alt P though. I really don't know how to do it in Firestorm. I think you have to do it through File, yeah? Cool when y'all answer that. But in Black Dragon, just open up your sky editor. There's an import button right here. When I click that, that opens up a file explorer thing on my computer, and I can install all the Windlights that I want. I honestly always just open this up instead of going through the whole list of them, but you could do whatever. Okay, I might have to like take a screenshot of that because I don't want to show you all of my files on my computer. But basically, where you have installed Firestorm on your computer, when you go into that folder, there's a folder called Windlights, and you could just drag and drop on your computer all your Windlights to Firestorm. Black Dragon is right in the viewer. This is why I love Black Dragon. There's a hotkey, Jimmy. What's the hotkey? But Black Dragon, you can import right from the viewer. That's another reason I really like this viewer. If your computer can handle Black Dragon for photos, it is far superior. But here, all your Windlights are here. I put my Swain ones in here. I'm using right now the Swain Chocolate Series 5, which is what I always use for like a semi-bright photo. So that's where I start. Other things you can really do, because sometimes I can't get things to rest. I talked about this a little bit in my the video I did on Instagram. But basically your draw distance impacts your photo dramatically. My draw distance is super low right now. That's why you couldn't really see anything happening in the background. If I increase my draw distance, you can see things that are further out. That makes it a little harder to render your environment. So the lower your draw distance, your computer is like focusing all of its energy just on what's in front of you. The higher it is, the more you're putting your computer to work. So if you're at a backdrop or you're doing a really tight photo and you don't need a background, I always decrease draw distance. And Black Dragon, there's like a little, there's this little like, they look like binoculars. They're way up here in the upper right hand corner. Do y'all see where I'm pointing? So you can click that and you can increase or decrease as you need to. Most of my questions were about how to take pictures in Black Dragon this week, so I'm focused on Black Dragon, and it's the viewer that I'm just most comfortable with. I don't know anything about Firestorm, to be honest. So that's how you can do it in Black Dragon. If you're in Firestorm, let me see. Where's my Firestorm? Do I not have one? Una moment. I'm on an old version of Firestorm, to be honest. This is my first time even opening Firestorm in like a century. So let me open this really quick. All right, so if you're in Firestorm, let me hide all these things. To decrease draw distance, I don't know if it's the same, but hold Control, hit P. Your draw distance is right here. So it's in your preferences. That's too far over. It's in your preferences. It's this top thing right here. You can increase and decrease. You see like my mountains popping up in the background, or you could lower it. So do that. Another thing, if you are taking pictures in Firestorm, you want to have your graphics either like, I think high or above. I could talk about the exact graphic settings you want to have to like make sure you can see shadows and all that. I don't know how my computer is going to handle having two viewers on in Ultra, but we'll see. Let's increase his draw distance a little. And by a little, I mean a lot. So you can already see the difference a bit between what the viewer looked like originally and what it's like now. I don't know if I have my Windlights installed here. Let me see. Nah, I didn't install them here. So he's just on a basic, he's on Cal-Will. I think my favorite when I was just using basic Windlights was the NAMs. And I hit Alt-P to bring up photo tools. That's what you want to do in Firestorm. I know, I'm not updating Firestorm. I don't use Firestorm. I feel like these same tips apply. This is not going to be a super technical tutorial. This is a tutorial on like what to do to take a good picture. You can very quickly like Google where these things are in Firestorm. And most Windlights come with instructions on how to install in Firestorm. So once you have a Windlight, you want to play with your like shadows. For Black Dragon, it's in the same sky editor, and what's it called? Firestorm. It's in your photo tools, and just like move this around until you kind of get your light where you want it to be. For me, I personally like taking everything and the natural second life sun. So I like direct sunlight. If I'm inside a building, I will legit de-render a wall. I'll show you how to do that. I do that at events all the time. I de-render the ceiling so the second life sun can get in front of me. I saw your question, EM, on Instagram that you want to basically see how to use lights as well. I'm gonna show you guys how to do lights as well. But to start off, I'm just gonna use the natural sun. So I heard there was a recent Firestorm update that made photos taking a lot better. I will absolutely always prefer black dragons to take pictures. All right, so this is where I would be satisfied to take a picture. I like all of my like features to be super bright. I went over this briefly before, but if you want to zoom in, I know a lot of people kind of like this angle. I like my pictures to be super zoomed in. So I always do the Control 0. So Control 0 brings your camera in like this. Oh, not straight to my boobs. So it creates a really tight image. Let's get some more music. Boom. Okay, so I go all the way in. I like it to look solid like this. Control 9, if you've never used before, Control 9 will reset you to standard. And then Control 8 kind of brings you out. It creates this effect when you're zoomed in. So it just depends on a preference here. No, you don't like the Firestorm. I've heard a lot of people like the Firestorm update. All right, but for me, I'm gonna do Control 0. I'm gonna come all the way up in here. And then I'm gonna play with angles and all of that good stuff. I feel like I need to be a little farther away from this building. Hey, Lady E. Hey, Red Sonia. Okay, so I'm gonna have to adjust my lighting again because I moved. All right, so let's play with shadows again. Again, it's just playing with the sliders. It's just changing the position of the sun for you. I have a hat on as well, so that's gonna impact exactly what this is looking like on my face. But when I show you what I can do with lights, I'll show you how to get rid of that shadow. Hey, Natal. All right, another feature that I like to use for all of my photos is depth of field. Depth of field will blur your background. So in Black Dragon, all you have to do is hit F1 to open up your like photo tools menu. And then, you can't see this, I'm in the way. Hold on, let's do full game real quick. So over here, you could just click on the depth of field button and that'll blur your background. For me, like I take my photos at a pretty high resolution. So if you're taking photos at a high resolution, you want your fields of view to be higher. So like in video, this would be a nightmare. But like if I went to go snap a photo right now, you could tell it's not as blurry as it is in this picture. So your depth of field has to be pretty high if you're gonna take a picture with pretty high resolution. All right, let me show you where depth of field is in Firestorm. Hopefully it's still there. Again, I'm on an old version, but it's in preferences. And anytime you can't find a feature, you can also just like search for it. There's a search bar at the top. No, I didn't switch. Anytime you can't find something, there's a search bar up here. So if you needed to find depth of field, you weren't finding it, it's there. The new version of Firestorm might look different, but there's a depth of field thingy here. You can enable that. I'm very nervous to do this because like I'm on 2 viewers with crazy high graphics right now. We're gonna like give a shout out to Skytech for allowing me to be on 2 viewers in ultra graphics. But same situation here. The higher the resolution for you, the higher you want to kind of increase your depth of field setting so your background's even blurrier. If I went to go take a picture for him right now, this is only 1024 resolution. If I bump that up to like 4,000 or 5,000, which I usually take my pictures in, it's not going to be as blurry. Hey, Mad. What'd I miss? Yeah, even when I didn't have this computer, so my computer before this was a Lenovo. It was a laptop. It wasn't that strong. Like, I would have never been able to have 2 avatars on at the same time. It was like a $700 computer that I got on Black Friday. And I would log into Black Dragon to take pictures and then use Firestorm as my primary viewer. So you can test it out with your computer to see what your computer can handle, if it can handle Black Dragon. I can also paste what my Black Dragon settings are, because that's going to vary. I don't think I changed them when I installed the viewer, because I did update my viewer ages ago. I'm still like behind. What am I looking for? But I can paste these. I'll put these on my website in the post for this video as well, so you can see exactly what my settings are. But I do think these are the default settings, so I didn't have to change much, and I didn't go any higher than my computer like allowed. Honestly, I know so many people that use Black Dragon just to take photos, and a lot of the questions I have on Instagram are for Black Dragon. Okay, so I hit the depth of field from F1. Someone asked me to do like a really quick mention of the like photo tools in Black Dragon. Let's move this over. I don't use many of these. Honestly, depth of field right here is the one I use the most. And of course, this area down here where I can adjust the depth of field settings. I use that a lot. This is totally maxed out because it just changes like the effect that I have. So I play around with all of these. I don't know what these technical terms even mean, to be honest, but I just play around with sliders until I get what I want. Does width, height make a difference in Black Dragon? No, but I'll show you the best resolutions so kind of get the effect that you want. There are some cool tools here that I never use. Like, you can change the grayscale of your photos if you want to take a black and white. Like, if you're really not into editing in post, or like editing once you saved a picture to your computer, you can play with all of these. I do not like to edit at all, so if I could do everything I want to do here, I will. You can change this. You can change like so much here. You have a lot of different options. Chromatic, honestly, I used to put this on a little bit when I was doing videos. When we do our video tutorial, I can show y'all that a bit. I'm not going to change all of these, but you can even change like your light resolution, all of these things. Super useful. All right. Let me see what I missed in chat. Oh yeah, I'll show you guys the poser in Black Dragon as well. I forgot all about that. Use the shadows, light, and glow settings because you rely heavily on Windlights. Yes. Okay. If I've missed a question, just repeat it. Because I feel like I'm looking at like 2 different viewers and chat. But if I miss anything, don't forget. I mean, feel free to repeat yourself. All right. We may as well do the poser really quick since I'm here. When it comes to pose, I'm gonna turn off depth of field just so we can see things clearly. When it comes to posing, generally speaking, I always put poses in a HUD. That's just like a quick thing that I do. I use that Akio HUD where you can really just like load poses as stands. So I have all my poses in a HUD so I don't have to deal with resing things, especially if you take pictures around the grid. It's just like super easy to have in a pose. Hey Pharaoh. Now, Black Dragon does also have a poser. So I use my like little toolbar. I added mine to my top bar up here. And basically to use this, it's just like there are HUDs in Second Life that do the same feature that you can purchase. Black Dragon has its own. On Marketplace, like if you look up any poser, you could do essentially the same thing. I don't think it's as easy as it is in Black Dragon, but I'll go ahead and select my avatar, hit start posing. It's gonna freeze everything about my avatar. So if you're mid blink or if your eyes are being shifty, it's gonna freeze you there. So you wanna make sure your avatar looks how you want it to look to start with, and then start posing. All right. The things that I always, like pretty much for every picture I take, usually have to move my head or something, just depending on my angle. Especially like if I want it to look like my avatar is looking at the camera, being able to move your head around is super useful. These just rotate it in different positions. Yeah, it's so useful. I don't know. I literally don't know how I could go back to not using this. I don't play with all these. You could play with all these. Sometimes I like to make it look like my avatar is smirking a bit. I don't usually like to use like my head's HUD to do that because I think some of those animations are a little creepy. So sometimes I'll adjust her lips through this. But I usually use this mostly for my head and then like my arms and legs, depending on what the pose looks like. So you can always like rotate. Nope. I can never remember which is which for this. What is Streamlabs yelling? But you can always change up poses super easily. Left arm, right arm. I'm obsessed with the poser. I couldn't exist without it. Especially for the legs, because when your avatar is as curvy as this, sometimes your legs break in poses that you purchase. But it's hard for me, like it depends on how dramatically I want to change my avatar's look. It can be hard to get this right, but I recommend, again, let me see if I can find a link to the HUD one that you can buy if you don't have Black Dragon. What's it called? Is it called Any Pose? Oh, Animare maybe? Is it Animare? I don't remember, but here's one that's popping up on Marketplace if you don't have Black Dragon. Yeah, that's the other thing. You can't adjust or you can't edit anyone else's pose with the poser that's installed in Black Dragon. I hear there are ways to work around it. I don't know how to do all that. But with Any Poser or Animare, maybe it's Any Pose. Yeah, let's look at that. Any Pose, you can also change other avatars. It looks weird. Is this really it? I'm not sure. I'm gonna link it though. Yeah, it takes some practice to finagle it the way you need to. Another good thing, if you don't want to use the Black Dragon HUD, I still use the Leluca Axis HUD. I think it's a standalone purchase at Leluca. I use this a lot. Do I have it on right now? I do have it on. Oh, it's right here. Let me move it over. So this one, it can very easily change. One, it can change your head position as well. I'm gonna stop my Black Dragon pose so we can actually see it. So if I wanted to, like, if I wanted to freeze my head because I was moving or something, I could do that. You can see how you could just like move your head all around. Ciao. Eyes are the same. Sometimes I'll pick this up just for the eyes so it could look like she's looking at the camera when I can't get her to. But you could do everything. You can make her smirk a little. Like you can change her lip position. All the things. This is super useful. This is at Leluca. Nicola, what kind of laptop was it? I can't remember. Oh yeah, even like your jaw. I have not used this for anything but like moving my head. But if I wanted to open my mouth or something, like cute. And then the little power buttons reset everything, so it's super easy to use. All right. Would I miss anything? All right. So that's poses. There's another HUD that I've used. I use this HUD primarily for lighting, so I'll start with it for lighting. It does have a poser in it as well, and it allows you to pose other people, and then I'll show you how to make your own lighting. If I can remember what it's called. Did I forget what it was called? Did I leave? Oh. See, this is what happens when I actually, oh, Lumi Pro, yeah. When I organize my inventory and forget where I put stuff. Alright, so Lumi Pro is another thing that I've used to create like lighting, and it's useful to pose other people. Let me find a link for it. It's a little pricey, so you can decide if you need it or not. Yeah, it's nearly 7,000 London. It's a little pricey. I don't use it anymore, especially because I'm always trying to use natural light in Second Life. So, you know, do you? But let me put it on and kind of show you what it is. I'm gonna put on the projector and the lights. Haven't used this in ages, so it might take me a second to get reacclimated. Where is it? Child, where'd the HUD go? Oh, you know what? Where is this folder? Welcome to my inventory hell. Where? Hold on. Oh, it's in my well organized one day folder. It's snapping. All right, let's see. Hold on. Where is that folder? Jeez Louise. I know. That's what I'm like. I don't know about this one, but we'll see. I'll show you what it does, and you can decide if you wanna do all that. Child, why did my inventory snap like that? It's me. Oh, you know what I could just do? F this. Hold on. Let me just get a redelivery. This is crazy. It is useful, and it does have some cute features. But, you know, I'm a cheap biche. I don't know if I would buy this again today. Okay, let me unpack it. I used to really like using Lumi Pro for videos. What? Okay. Can I not move it? Okay. Come, baby, come, baby, come here for me. Whew. It's still rezzing. Let's go underground. I'm gonna have to do this. Can I really not move it? Oh, I wonder, Thana. Someone on Facebook was talking about there's a way to do it, to like modify it to do it, but apparently they took it out because it was against terms of service. So, you know what I'm saying. All right, so this is the Lumi Pro HUD. So here you could basically give lights and pose another person near you. Let me get my hair. Let me turn his graphics down because he's stressing my computer out. Hold on. Just remember, if you're in Firestorm and you're taking photos, your graphics need to be either, let me just show you really quick, either high or they need to be, you need to have projectors and stuff enabled and all of that. So like, I don't know how to work this viewer. There's something here about lighting and projectors and making sure all that's enabled, or you're not going to see shadows. Like, you see the difference in his graphics between like low and high. You need to have them pretty high up to be able to see shadows and all that fun stuff. But I'm gonna put him low really quick because I just need to teleport him so I can pose him. Okay. Okay. So now if I wanted to pose him. Oh, child, I'm broken myself. Girl, I don't know how to stop her either. But let's give him the lights. So you can basically give lights. I'm going to give him his own set of lights. It sends him a folder. And he just needs to add everything in the folder. There's a projector and there's lights. I don't know how to stop posing my avatar. Who knows? But it also does this. Like, it gives him his own lights. I could do all these things with his lights. Like, I could change their colors and all of that. Let's say I wanted this blue one. You can't really tell with my one light on. Let's put a darker one light on, just so you can see. Yeah. Yeah, it's so pricey. All right, so I'm gonna click models really quick. I have them here. Child, I don't forgot how this works. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, I hit the pose thing. It's asking if I can animate him. And then basically I could go through a bunch of poses with him. These are all very feminine poses because I only have female poses. But I could change the colors of all his thing. This black one, little, oh shit, you can't see. Let me move me. When I have it selected on the black, that'll change the color of the projector. So the projector is like that big one that's floating. It's like way out here. I'm dying in my hair right now. Where is it? It's over here somewhere. It's like a big thing. Whatever. But you have that. The blue one changes the color of the blue ball. Let's say we wanted that to be green. You could change the green ball. You could change the red ball. You could change them all using the white circle at the same time. He's barefooted again. No, he's just barefoot. He likes this life. Oh, that's like a kind of a decent pose. So like we used to use these at the Monarchy a lot when I had a huge group picture. I could give everyone their own lighting. I could change it up because, you know, sometimes you have a lighter avatar that doesn't look at the same as someone with a dark avatar. So you could really customize lighting. You can also achieve these light situations just using prims, and I'll show you how to do that so you can make it yourself. But the posing of the other avatar, this easily just gives them another pose. You could also res out pose stands if you have them. I personally love the Fox City pose stands. I always get those and just put different animations in them, and you can like move people around. But if you just needed something to pose someone easily. And then to hide the lights or the projectors, how we do that again? Oh, also you could change like where these are located. Like all these move around. Oops. I don't remember how to hide them. Oh wait, there it is. This hide button right here. And it'll get those balls out of the way. And then you press that again to get it all back. There are other features too, like you could change the projector. Is that what I used to do? I used to like this for videos. I don't know. I don't remember. This thing is quite an investment. I just have to say that. I don't remember how that works. It's complicated. Oh, there's a projector right there. My baby. But you can change a lot. Hey, Tasia. Okay. I'm gonna take all this off. Or he just needs to take it off. I think my avatar is still posed using this. I don't remember how to stop. Oh, I took them off. But you could also move the location of the projector with that knob up top. Like, you can change where it's at. Like, this thing can do a lot. Child, how I stop posing? We're just over here broken and posed. Oh, the one thing I did used to use Lumi Pro for is you could save like camera angles and stuff. So you know how when you get a good camera angle and you move your avatar or something that's annoying, you could like set those and save them. I don't know how to stop her from posing. She's broken. We'll just stop her animations. I don't like stopping animations because I think it messes up my deformers. Alright. That's that. Let me just show you how to make your own. Yeah, if you have a bunch of alts, I still just use post hands. I'm in the dark right now because I'm going to show you how to make a light. So basically, any prim can be a light. So if you do Control B, you have to be somewhere you can res to create it. I'll show you how to just attach it to your avatar. We'll make 2 of them to start. So basically, any prim can be a light. I miss me being on camera. There we go. But any... Oh, you could just choose on the HUD. Any prim could be a light. So basically, you select the object. You just have to create it. Control V creates it. Go over to the Features tab. Can we see this? On the Features tab, there's a button down here that says Light. That immediately turns into a light. This little white box over here, you click on that. That brings this up where you can select what color you want that light. I tend to use blue and pink a lot. I always use blue and pink in my pictures in general. So we'll make this one pink. We'll make this one blue. Let's turn it into a light. We'll make that blue. And then of course in the texture menu, you can turn the alpha all the way up so it's transparent. Now if you want these so you could take them around Second Life with you, take them back into your inventory. You can rename them something so you don't get confused. I'm just gonna go ahead and take them and then they'll be in my objects. Yeah, I'll go to Backdrop City before we end. And then all you have to do is add both of these. So I'm gonna add this one. I'm gonna bring it like over here and then I'll add this other one. So if you need to take these around with you, this is super useful. The color didn't stick on this one. I probably didn't hit okay, did I? So you can also change like its intensity. You can turn that down if you need to. Keep it up. The fall off, I forget how to explain that. Just play with it so you can see what it looks like. I don't know how to explain it. Radius is basically, I don't know how else to explain radius besides saying radius, but it's radius. So once you have those, and then you could also play with your wind light. So I like doing these type of lights when I'm in front of a backdrop. So like where I started off the whole thing, I was just in front of a blank backdrop. But we'll kind of, I'll show you the difference here. We'll take 2 photos with it. And then let's make these transparent just by increasing the alpha. It's the same situation in Firestorm. You do Control B to make an object. You go to Features, make it a light, change the color of the light. And if you need to bring them around with you, attach them to your avatar. If you've ever seen like a monarchy event where we have a big red carpet, you'll see a bunch of like objects around the red carpet that are different colors. That's basically just what I do. All right, so let's take a picture really quick with these on. I'm gonna adjust my one light a little bit so we can see the difference. Yeah, see, And it's super useful if you do have an accessory like a hat on, where, so the way my brim is, it was putting a shadow right over my eyes. So you can always add lights like this to get rid of that. And you just have to place them in the right place. I didn't put them like right under. Actually, let's do a slightly darker one light. Am I on a dark one light? Hey, Prima. Yeah. I would, if I wanted to get rid of the shadow on her face, res another one or put another light on. But I'm just going to do this. So I go and test out the picture. I want up the field again because we've already talked about it. So let's turn that back on. Again, it's super high because I take my pictures. I only take mine in 5,000 resolution. Depending on what you're going for, like I've never needed to go higher than 5,000 or 4,999. If I put in 5,000, it's going to change to that. But I never need to go bigger than that. Some people take theirs in 12K resolution. You'll notice when I hit save, my viewer freezes. I'm not going to stress my computer out. I don't see the difference between 4 and 6. Maybe I can see the difference between 12. 12 is a completely different story. But for me, I don't need images that big on my computer. I have to take too many videos. It clogs it up. So I always take mine on the width being 5,000 and then the height, it's usually 2650, but it says 2648 right now. I'm gonna turn my depth of field down some. This looks like overkill. I'm like, why will it not open? And I'm gonna adjust it a little bit because I feel like it's all over her jacket. I don't like playing with too many of the sliders. Like, I ain't there yet. I just play with the top two. And see, you can't really see it right there either. Oh, another thing that I like to do, I think this is also an option in Firestorm, but do you see here where it says freeze world? So say you just want everyone and everything to stay exactly where they are, so you can cam a bunch of different ways. I always freeze my world so nothing changes. If someone bumps me or if they move, like if my hair moves right now, yeah, I moved my hair on his screen, so my hair is not even right here anymore. My hair is like running laps. So if you're with people who are hyper and you can't get them to stay still, or they have AOs on and they're not staying still, all you have to do is freeze your world in that photo menu, and then that way you can get whatever angle you need to get, even though they're moving around like a crazy person or like mad. Not mad. And then that gives you space to like refresh, to take the snap. You can save it. And then I'm gonna keep the same exact picture without, or I'll show you without these little lights on. So this is what it would look like without the light. So it makes a dramatic difference. $11K photo by accident. Oh girl, I don't know how you did it. My whole computer freezes. If I like, as soon as I hit save on a 12K photo, yeah, freeze world is useful, but as soon as you exit out of the camera, so the world's gonna unfreeze. So make sure if you're doing freeze world and you need to move around, just minimize this little menu. Don't exit out of it because your world's gonna unfreeze, but it'll freeze once you have this open. So just minimize it if you want to keep it open and cam around. Yeah, I use it all the time because, again, we used to always take those big group shots at the club and everybody would be moving all over the place. And it's super useful. A couple other useful things. I see a lot of people moving like their cameras around using camera controls like this. I don't use those camera controls. I hold down Alt and then I'm just pressing around with my mouse key. That allows you to like rotate. You can go in circles. You can go, actually no, just with Alt you can do this to go like to rotate your camera and stuff while holding Alt. Also hold down Control, and that lets you like go in circles and rotate those different angles. If you want to just like move straight up side to side, like not rotating, You have to hold down Alt, Control, and Shift, and that'll allow you to do this, like just pan around this way. So that's 3 different movements. So the first one, Alt in your mouse will let you go in and out. If you do Alt and Control, that's when you can start to rotate. So you can get all types of different angles. And then usually I use this one if I'm like right next to me here or right next to someone and I need to just like get them in frame and it doesn't change your depth of field place. That's when you do Control, Alt, and Shift, and then you could just like move your camera even more. I also use my middle scroll on my mouse to do this as well when I'm doing that. All right, let me change my one light back to something a little brighter. Yeah, I didn't know about the Control Alt Shift one until like maybe a year or 2 ago. Like I functioned all these years without knowing that. But I do still think the crispest photos are in the Second Life sun. My hair is still far from me. He's still posed in his pose. I always put him slightly behind me for us to take pictures together. I want to show you depth of field because it was so useful for me, because basically when you're on depth of field, wherever your like focal point, it's blurring out everything around your focal point. So sometimes what would happen is if I had depth of field up really high like this or something, as soon as I cam myself, it's going to blur everything around me. But if I also see if I want to change the angle and I wanted him in the picture a little more, it's going to blur me. So usually what I would do is like cam somewhere right between us. This is still, my depth of field is so high right now. But I would cam like somewhere between us and then to just move it like this so the focus wouldn't necessarily change. Because when you move it with the Control, Shift, and Alt, it's not changing your focus. It's just changing where your camera is. And that's super useful, especially when you're taking pictures with someone else. But for me, I never need him to show up in 60 seconds. All right, what else? What have we gone over? So Control, so just really quickly for all the controls, holding Control and 0, just tapping 0 will increase your zoom or increase like, it doesn't like increase your zoom because technically you're further away from the camera, but it makes everything look bigger. Control 9 resets it. Control 8 does that in the opposite direction. Holding Alt and using your mouse to kind of cam around moves your camera. Holding Alt and Control and then moving your mouse around will let you rotate. Alt, Control, and Shift will let your camera just like pan in different directions. Again, for my resolution or the size of my image, I usually do 5000 by 2650. Or is it 2650? It's gonna change it to 4999. I don't know why it does that, but it automatically adjusts because I put constrained proportions. You can't upload anything to Second Life bigger than like 2048, I think is the proportion. So if you needed to take a picture for Second Life, it's not going to take it in this resolution. Even when I want pictures in Second Life, I still save them to my computer and then later upload them into SL so I can still have kind of the look that I want. Did I answer everything? Did we have questions? Let me really quickly look at the Instagram, see if I answered all of those. Number 8. Best quality to take pictures in. Again, mine is on 5000 by 2648. I can show you, like, if I go up to 7000, I do not see the difference in the photo. I'll put them next to each other on my desktop and show you guys both pictures really quick. Did that save? Am I frozen? Is the whole computer frozen? We might be doing a lot with both viewers on. All right, let me open up. I'm gonna open up both of these photos. You can tell me if you see the difference. I do not see the difference. Let me make it bigger. Hold on. And then this one. Okay. I don't see the difference. The one on the left is my 5,000. The one on the right is 7,000. I don't see a difference. So I'm not gonna stress my computer out. I found that I do see a difference between like 4,000 and 5,000. So 5,000 is my happy place. Night, Colleen. Yeah, and I honestly upload most of my pictures just to Instagram. So Instagram, you're really not going to see Flickr's better, uploads higher resolution images. Facebook is going to reduce your resolution anyway, so it doesn't matter for me. All right. Oh, other question. Let me see. What was the other one? The photo tools bar, we did that. How to use Windlights, we did that. So just play with your slider to use Windlights. Why is she tweaking out? Yeah, Flickr. I think people who use the 12K resolution are usually the ones uploading to Flickr. Or I guess if you have your own site too. Like on my website, I would never put that big of a photo on my own website that I host. But things on like WordPress.com or Blogspot. Is this still called Blogspot? People do that. Oh yeah, so let's do that. Let me have a look at my computer before I show y'all. Okay. Last time I had some questionable images on my computer. So basically all of my pictures, these are my Google Drive folders. So the ones with the little cloud. So basically create your Google Drive. Anyone with a Gmail account has a Google Drive. That is where I save all of my pictures. And I also have a Google Drive installed on my computer and my phone. Because someone was asking me how I get my pictures from my computer to my phone. Also, all my images from Second Life are saving to this folder. So this is just a Second Life folder I have on my computer where I save all my images. I have way too many on here. I also upgraded my Google Drive to get more space. I think I have a terabyte, maybe. But install Google Drive on your computer and install the app on your phone. So how do we screencast? I did that last time. No, I can't remember. Oh, wait. Hold on. Okay. Nope. I'm just like starting a call so I can share my screen in Discord and not do it the complicated way I used to. Oh wait, no. Oh. Wait, stop! I broke it. I can't tell. Is that making sound for y'all? Hope not. Okay, forget it. But anyway, it's on my phone. So there's an app. It looks like this on your phone. And then basically I have all the same folders. I have my Google Drive on my phone. So I could very easily go to my Second Life folder, my photos folder. I set it so my most recent photos are at the top. And then I'll have that same photo I just took here. And all I gotta do is hold it down and save it to your phone. Super easy. And then that's how you can go ahead and post on IG. I do the same for videos, and that's how I post to TikTok and Reels. So Google Drive is the way to go. If you can't, or if you don't have space, WeTransfer is the other one that I do because they allow you to send like up to a full gig for free. But I recommend Google Drive. Yeah, I used to do that, and then it was just too many steps. And this is immediate, so I could take this photo. Hold on, let me just take one so it looks a little different. I could take this photo right now. Oh, we're still trying to save in 7,000. We don't need that in our lives. hit save. The score sound. And then legit. I don't know what number that is. It's literally takes like 2 seconds to come to your phone. Let me open up the folder. What folder? Photos. Okay, so it's already there. Like, so it takes 2 seconds and then you save it and post it. It's just such a faster process. I like having it on my phone. Oh, I did that little feature just now. So this is a Black Dragon only feature, or so that I know. I think someone else mentioned that you could possibly do this in that Alamancy or whatever viewer that is. But under camera controls, you have these two little arrows that will allow you to rotate your picture. I usually put a little bit of rotate on my pictures. I just like how it looks. And for anyone who knows me, I'm not very good at creating like full body shots, so sometimes I'll completely turn it. I also, when I just want a really quick photo for stories and I don't want to like make any adjustments afterwards or stretch things out, I will straight up rotate my whole y'all know what I'm trying to say. I'll rotate the whole thing. It will save your photo horizontally like this, but then you can very quickly just rotate it on your computer. Yeah, the photo rotate was the first reason I even downloaded Black Dragon. It was between that and like the poser thing. So it looks like this on my computer. I just rotate it and then I'll save this, and this is the exact dimension that I need for Instagram stories, YouTube stories, TikTok. Like, this is at 9:16. What I used to do when I was on like Firestorm and couldn't rotate, and I needed that dimension and I didn't want to edit, like I hate editing after. Like if I have to do anything to a picture, even drag it to the size of the thing, I don't feel like doing it. And also what I noticed when I take horizontal pictures and like stretch them out in Instagram, it blurs it up a little bit. I used to also just like minimize the size of my viewer to like this. This is also how I used to record Instagram Reels and TikToks, is I would just reduce the size here. So you could always do that. But yeah, I'm obsessed with the rotate feature. If I haven't sold you on Black Dragon yet, not that I'm trying, but I do think it's just a better viewer for photos. And back when I was on a computer that wasn't great, I could still manage it for taking photos and then getting off. Especially if I was at like a backdrop. Yeah, I will legit just like squish my viewer together. That's how I recorded TikToks for a while. Now that I use Adobe to edit and it doesn't change or pixelate my videos, I just use that. But if you film videos and you need them for TikTok, sometimes just doing this makes it easy. What else? Did I answer all the questions? Is there anything y'all want me to show you? I got all the questions. Again, we'll do a video one later. I want to grab a landmark for Backdrop City. That's another great place to take pictures. Of course, Bayside is a great place to take pictures. Pop in, take some photos. We share them all. If you tag us on Instagram or Instagram, we have a Twitter. I haven't logged into it in a while though. If you tag us on Twitter, we'll also share your pictures. You may not need to just adjust your graphics after the stream. I mean, I can scroll through them now, but I'll try to paste, because I don't think I can make this longer, can I? No. I'll try to paste these on my blog after, not my blog, on my website, but it's gonna have to be in so many different pictures. But if you just want to pause the video, like after this uploads, if you want to just pause it and look at these are all my settings. So try that out. Also try out the Control 0 and try out depth of field. It'll give your photo a lot more dimension. You just have to increase your graphics in 31. I'm on Black Dragon. If you're on Firestorm and you want to do that, you have to be on like between high and ultra. I know, Yam. I saw your most recent picture. I'm gonna repost it. Yeah, shoot some photos. I need to build up our IG a little bit. I haven't been on its IG in a minute. I'm just scrolling through all these, so if anyone's watching this back and I happen to not put this on my website, because y'all know it takes me a minute to put anything on my website, you can just pause. I think there's a way to export these, right? Is it? If that save button allows me to export, I'll just upload them on my website. But these are my graphic settings. Ooh. I really wanted to get into like doing photo contests in Discord, like having themed days. But y'all know I ain't got the time to like follow up and get everyone's pictures. But if y'all are down for that, maybe we could do it like every Monday or something. Have a creative day, set a theme, take some pictures. Yeah. You think there is? Oh, it's up. Okay, boom. There are all the graphics. Oh, I have one more thing to show you. What is this? I'm afraid to like, is this saving somewhere? I don't know. I have no idea. Another thing that you can do, this might be better for video, I don't know. But you can save your camera offsets. So like this is where, you know how when you go to this little thing over here and you could be on like front view, group view, left shoulder, or whatever the hell. You can make your own and you can save these. So if I start it on front, I could adjust all of these different offsets. Child, it is sensitive. And you could drag these until you have like a perfect angle. Sometimes this is absolutely what I do for my TikToks, where I need to like change her outfits. I save it as a preset so I can automatically get back to that exact angle. So like, say I really did need this, but I needed to go away to get something and I didn't want to lose it. You could set it exactly how you want your picture to look. So let's just do this really quick. I don't know what these do. I always forget. So. Ooh, ooh, ooh. They are sensitive. They move so easily. Ooh. So remember, this is the angle that I wanted originally. So you could type in a name, Vanderbuilt, we're gonna name it. And I'm gonna hit new preset. Oh shit. Did I break that? Let's try it again. And this is everything, like even your zoom and everything. Oh, child, it is so sensitive. I think that saves it. So let's say I went to group and then I go back down to Vanderbilt and boom, it's right back where you put it. So it's super easy to create a new one. I always do this if I have to like move at all. Oh, that's the original reason I bought that. What was it that I showed y'all? Lumi Pro, because I wanted to be able to save camera positions, but you can do this in your viewer, just like that. Thank you, Jimmy. But yeah, this is so useful for me. Like this was the game changer for me, being able to do that, because you know how annoying it is when you like hit your mouse or something and it moves your whole camera and then you have to like try to get your angle again. No, ma'am. Just set it. All right, let me show you. Someone brought up Backdrop City. It's a place where you can go to take photos if you want to, and you don't have a backdrop of your own. I did a video on Backdrop City a while ago, I think. They also have a group that you can join. I literally only recently left that group because I needed to clear up a bunch of group space. But let's run over here real quick. Oh, I'll drop a landmark too. And backdrop city. If my viewer reses, these are like all the different themed areas. Let's see. And I think if you're in the group here, you can res stuff. Look at fancy scenes. Let's go there. Oh. Well, let's just see where we land. I don't want to be here. Let's select a different one. What on earth? Am I in the fancy scenes? Where am I at? Oh. Let's go to whatever this is. Oh, I know. Black Dragon doesn't have friends only. You'd have to de-render everyone. I don't know what I selected to get here, but let's just use one of these. This is the classroom. But basically, they just have a bunch of things, different backdrops. Oh, school scenes. I would go to the school. Oh, do you not? Oh, convenient. You don't have to be in the group. So we'll use all of our same skills. We're gonna change our Windlight up. We'll find where the sun is. There might be something in front of me. Oh, there she is. Cute! I'm gonna also show you guys how to take some decor pictures too. I'm gonna do that because we're hiring real estate agents and I need y'all to be able to take pictures of homes and stuff. But yeah, this is adorable. So Backdrop City is a vibe. Oh, let's go to that one really quick. This one was just a magnet. We all low-key just want to be in school. It's so cute. Okay. What did I just say I was going to show you? Oh, homes. Really quick, I also want to show you, I told you I de-render things. Actually, let's go to Access because Access is a good example. Not that Access is a good example, but they have one of my favorite builds to get natural light in. Let's go there really quick. Okay. Let me get away from people. But you see, before it even res, you can tell Access is in a million pieces. So if I'm in here, first of all, one thing that some event creators do, or like some stores do, a lot of the time their exterior is, what is it? It's changed. So you can see through it. So sometimes light comes straight through the building. I've noticed a lot of places are doing that. Access, I can usually find some type of lighting if I'm in this room. Oh, and they have like windows and stuff. But if you need to like de-render something like a wall, like say I was facing this wall and I needed to I do this for my thumbnails because I need to get the event in the background, but I like natural light. So I would either stand in the light or I would right click on the thing I want to de-render. In Firestorm, it's just like right click, right? Firestorm, if you right click, go to more, you'll get the de-render option. Make sure it's temporary, so next time you come, it's back. But here, I would just hit de-render. It would like de-render that one section. If you are afraid that it's gonna de-render the whole building and you need what's behind you, sometimes I'll go into edit mode. I'll hit like edit linked. So if you have a whole building that's one piece, I'll hit edit linked and then I'll de-render, and it'll only de-render the very specific prim that is selected. So yeah, I do that a lot to get my lighting because I always want, I still feel like natural light. For me, when I'm taking pictures, I know how to take them better just in natural lighting. So I'm always out here de-rendering walls and parts of buildings. But the edit link thing works for me because a lot of builds are just one piece. So sometimes you need to like edit linked parts. And that way, when I'm like in here taking photo for the event, boom. All right, let's go back to Bayside really quick. Yes, I de-render everything. In Black Dragon, I don't think you can permanently de-render anything, but in Firestorm you can. So if you have a neighbor that has ugly stuff, de-render all of it permanently. Like if you blacklist it in Firestorm, it will not, in Firestorm, it won't come back when you relog. If you de-render something by accident, you can, I think you can just TP out and TP back, or if you just relog, it'll show back up. Yeah, I love natural light. I think it makes things look so much more high quality. Actually, let's go to my house for this, because my house is decorated. So for my real estate baddies, or people just need to get like photos of interiors or of houses, these are a few tricks that I do to get like cute photos. Even like, I don't know, let's open these up. You know, we gotta open up the blinds. If I ever get this house to res, I'd never res up here. How are we on time? How long have we been here? We've only been live for 30 minutes. Oh, an hour 18. I was about to say, what in the Twilight Zone is going on? Most recent photos on my computer. Which ones? I probably just haven't posted any. All right, I'm selecting this room because it has two huge windows and I know I'm gonna be able to get the lighting I wanna get. But for my real estate baddies or people who are showing off their interior design skills, taking a good photo is like everything. So you want to be sure you're doing it well. So let's get this to res. So if you're applying to be a real estate agent, you're going to end up taking your own photos for some of your properties. Just remember, I strongly recommend you do them in Black Dragon, but you know, if you can't, it is what it is. What are y'all talking about? What are you hearing? I've got a lot of shiznets in here. Did I close it? I mean, girl, I guess I could just do it out here too. There's not enough out here. Y'all love how messy my house is. Oh, there we go. I don't ever have noise, or I think it's on right now. But I love the zoom feature as far in as I can be. Of course, you're gonna run into walls, so sometimes you can't be super far in. But what I found for like decor especially, or if you're like doing a room like this, you wanna find something you can focus on. What is this? Is this mine? I suppose. I don't like it. We'll pretend like I do. Oh, hearing things. But for me, I always try to identify something I'm focused on. I feel like that wine bottle is just in the way. Let's de-render it. So I like to be super zoomed in, as zoomed in as possible. Granted, I'm running into the wall there, so I wouldn't go too far in. I should be able to get light in here. If I couldn't, I would honestly de-render the wall that's behind my camera. Not permanently, because you know, you want to see it later. This can open. But it's the same. I like getting natural light. I like using bright Windlights, especially when you're like doing property photos or decor photos. Like sometimes you want to get like moody and dark images could be a vibe. But for me, for real estate, I like really bright images. I do sometimes like seeing shadows from the trees and stuff that are around. But I would be focused on something. Like I'm going to focus on this bowl of limes. I'd probably rotate a little too. But I swear, this is a super junky room. Honestly, I would like something right in front of my camera that I could focus on. I am dead. I never hear anyone in the world. I probably usually have my sounds off. But also my real estate people watching, I also like to put my draw distance up if your computer can handle it, because you kind of want to see whatever the view is from that property. But yeah, natural lighting, tilting the camera and still zooming in the way you do on a person is super useful for those. Look how messy this house is, even inside this room. But I always like for property images, super bright. I'm done with the vanity outside and everything. Exterior, you can always use like the home as the focal point, but when you're doing interior, focus on something in the picture. Like don't just take a picture of the room, focus on something specifically. And the whole picture will look a little better. You're not a friend to me. This house is hella lived in. It's still Christmas in here too. People keep saying my house is not decorated. It's very decorated. It's just messy. I would say intentionally, but I legit think I just rush things out and forget. I think that is all. I can kind of show you what de-rendering a wall looks like in this house, because this house is all one piece. Maybe. I don't know if it's going to work in this, because I think it's more than just one piece. I think it's like one single mesh. Let's find out. I'm just going to de-render right here and see how much it takes off. I hit edit linked. Oh yeah, I just took off the one wall. So this way, if I wanted to take a photo, oh no, it took off a few walls. But if I wanted to take a photo inside and get the sun in it. I know, no one, I don't know. You gotta really love to decorate to decorate. I do not. Oh wait, I keep seeing it. Nope. Nope. Indoor photos for me are a struggle because I want natural light so bad. Hey, Misty. But boom. Yeah. Exactly. Wait, I don't know about single mom. We still have a husband. Oh, but he's too busy to help. So basically, I have to take care of this home all by myself. That is all that I have, y'all. Are there any questions that I can answer before we end? I think we got everything. I know I haven't finished bringing on people for our little group of bloggers, the collective. But I would say use some of these tools as well. Like, you want images that are pretty zoomed in and close, so you could always feature clothing. Natural lights, a jam. I'm using the Chain Chocolate Series Windlights. He also has some other ones, because I noticed on my computer. Let me see. He also has portrait Windlights. I've never noticed, but I must have installed them at some point or downloaded them. This is one of the portrait ones. Seriously, when I do headshots, I max this out. I go all the way in. We are all up in my grill. La, 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 love me better. Yeah, Fox City has the Satomi Windlights. And I think they do like a new pack every year. So you can go back a few years and get all of those. Those used to be my favorite as well. And a lot of them have like those purple undertones, like blue and purple. I love blue and purple in pictures. I will. I'm putting them in Discord. They're still up on Google, but I'm putting it in Discord. For the IG shot, because you know we have to take pictures of social media nowadays. I also did a video on like how to become a virtual influencer that goes into more detail about Instagram and TikTok and all those type of things. Actually, I did it before TikTok was like, or I did it before I was really on TikTok. So I might do an update, but it's definitely about Instagram, and I think I even talk about YouTube a bit. I know, you can see everything being this close. I think y'all know like the rule of thirds. I always like getting my avatar sometimes on the third. But again, here, it's so hard when you're close to get the depth of field, so I would just legit move it over. Look at, you can even see her eye color. You cannot see her eye color at anything else. I think that is all I have for y'all. I want to show y'all, I already showed y'all the office that I'm doing right now. We're opening our real estate office very soon. Oh yeah, I did talk about blogging on my stream. I'll link that video too, because I also share a lot of photo and video stuff in that video. But I think there's more details on social media stuff. I do like the dramatics. Child, do not be scared. I have been taking pictures in SL since like my first avatar, and she was a mess, and it was just to like document my SL. And then you can always toss them on Instagram, connect with other people. I think there's a pretty solid Second Life community on Instagram. I'm trying to get things to res. There's a fish tank right there that I'm very proud of. I'm still decorating up here, but I feel like this will be such a vibe for photos once I finish. And Nobu, no, Onyx. I'm redoing the middle of Onyx. This one light's interesting. It's so blue in the background. All right, y'all. I think we went over everything I can think of. We took our one picture. Should we take another picture that puts all of our skills together? I'll take it downstairs in the office so we can also de-render a wall. Oh, child. My hair's gotta go. Yeah, vlogging is so common in Second Life. I've never been one to like edit pictures or anything too, so like you could get into it without editing as long as you can take a really good photo. I was thinking I might have someone who edits photos on with me for another stream to like show you guys some really quick tips on how to edit pictures. All right, I'm gonna de-render this wall right here. You see how everything's linked? I don't want it to take everything. I just want to de-render this one part. So I'm hit edit linked, manage, de-render. It did that. It's got those little bars, but I feel like that might look cool. I would hit my Control 0. Use my Alt and my mouse. Alt and Control to rotate a little bit. Adjust my wind light. Especially because my head and neck are not matching. Oh, I'm losing my voice. What happened to my body? I feel like materials came on my body out of nowhere. Oh. Oh. I still can't find the sun. Oh. I will be here all day. We gotta end. Why can I still not find? I bet there's a building. The other. Oh, child, we'll be here all day. Let's just walk up to the damn window. It took so long. And then Control 0. Let's rotate a little. Oh, I took off my Luluka head. We could turn on the poser. Move my head a little bit. And then snap it. Boom. Photo. That one's kind of a vibe. I'm putting it on Instagram. Yeah, I'll never be one to edit. I just can't get into it. I kind of want to also make this a black and white. We could also like do this. What's happened to my hair? Oh, my world is self-freezing. I think a lot of people that watch my channel use Black Dragon. I mean, I've never had a comment about Firestorm. Everyone always comments about Black Dragon, so I'm assuming. I felt very Wild West with my cowboy hat. Here for this. BD is baby daddy. Yeah, I need my viewer to work for me because I can't. I mean, I have Photoshop. I've learned a couple of things, but like, no, thank you. I also, when I want quick edits, if I need to do something, like if like my skin is poking through or if something's messed up, I just use Facetune on my phone. Like, I still will not open Photoshop. right, y'all. That is all I have for you. You guys have been fabulous. Thank you so much for hanging out. Thank you for all the questions and things. I hope it's useful. Again, if there was anything super useful for you, clip that moment and I'll make like really quick short tutorials for you guys on Instagram and YouTube stories. What do we call it here? Shorts, YouTube shorts. But you guys enjoy the rest of your week. I will be back on Sunday with, I'm bringing someone to Second Life for the first time. It's a male, so it'll kind of be good for guys who are trying to get into Second Life too. But you guys enjoy the rest of your night and I will see you soon. Bye.